Hello, everybody. This is 3SP, and I'm coming to you with another update. This one comes from FinancialExpress.com. Jim Rogers says the biggest crisis in his life is less than a year away. Now, looking at Jim Rogers, he's a pretty old guy. So, this is going to be the biggest financial crisis of his lifetime. Jim Rogers, the renowned co-founder of Quantum Fund, believes that there's an impending crisis, and it's much sooner than you think. We could see the worst crash in my entire life pretty soon, said Jim Rogers in a recent conversation with Kitco News. Jim Rogers founded the Quantum Fund alongside George Soros, who is regarded as one of the most successful investors of all time. From 1970 to 1980, their portfolio returned 4,200%, while the S&P had posted paltry returns of 47%. Jim Rogers said, "We've had economic problems in the U.S. and North America every 4 years since the beginning of the Republic. To say that we're going to have a problem is not unusual." Going a step further, the veteran said that it would be bizarre if we didn't have a problem. Rogers observed that the 2008 financial crisis was caused due to a rise in debt, and since then, the debt has gone through the roof. In fact, Alberto Gallo, in a recent blog, noted that global debt level quadrupled, rising 276% in the last decade to $217 trillion. Talking about the timeline, Jim Rogers predicts that the impending crisis could be as early as next year. I'm going to leave the article there, but this is something extremely important to consider right now. And people have been talking about this for about, I would say, about a decade now. I've been hearing a lot in my adult life how it's important now to get silver and gold. And there's been a lot of different companies and that selling like storable food. But this is looking like we're coming to that time now where those things are important. And like for people like me, I'm not sure what to do because I basically work to pay my bills, and I'm working third shift right now, so I work between 8:30 to 5:30 in the morning. I sleep during the day, and any overtime I do is to try to catch up on bills. So any money I get just pays bills. There's not really any cushion to fall on, so it's hard to really imagine how to come up with a plan to store food and even where to store it. I live in an apartment. So one important thing to do is have a network of friends, people that you know you could go to. And if a crisis does break out, you have friends that are responsible for different things. Like this friend has been known to store food. This friend's been known to store water. This friend has a big house we all can basically meet up in. And to tell you the truth, even though I just said that they've been talking about storing gold for at least 10 years now, I'm not really sure what gold's gonna do when there's no food. You can't eat gold, so having gold may be useless. I've even heard different people say that one of the best currencies you can have in a time like that is bullets, that you'll actually be able to trade that like money because that'll be one of the most valuable things to have. I'm not sure about that, but that's just one thing I've heard. So I'm not trying to be a person to terrify you, because you know my answer is always going to be the same: to pray. Prayer is very important, but the book of Proverbs says to trust in the Lord always. So it also says he'll keep you in perfect peace if you keep your mind stayed on him. Meaning if you keep your mind and thoughts on the Lord and what he wants, he'll give you a plan and idea how to get through a crisis. And another thing, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall rise up on wings like an eagle. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. So you will be given supernatural strength as long as your trust is in God. And there's another proverb. Again, I'm sorry I don't have the exact verses right now, but I do remember the scriptures themselves word by word, where it says, in the book of Proverbs, it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not into your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. This is a very important time to acknowledge God. Make sure that you're asking him what's important right now. What's the direction to go? What way to move? Because if you lean and trust on him, he will direct your paths. Because now you take the responsibility off your own shoulders and you place that responsibility on God, and he'll be liable for you. And there's no one greater to lean upon but God. So again, in this time, we should really be praying. There's a lot of things, compounding issues in the world right now, but it's nothing that God cannot solve. And this is 3SP, and I'm signing out.